How are you today? You're welcome to UKA'S Beef. Today is a special occasion for me and hopefully you. On this topic that I just want to talk briefly, I am Okachukwu Okoro, editor of Africa World News in Dublin. I want to point out three things, but before then, I want to point out a certain trend that happened around the world. When things emanate from Africa, nobody gives credit to the continent. But I see certain things that originated from Africa and is trending around the world, but nobody speaks about them. Now I want to point out three things. One, the African masquerade. Two, the issue or process of tying kids on the back with wrapper by African women. And three, what we call Nordic walking here. Some call it stilt walkers. The Chinese has even given it their own name. They call it Chinese Lantern Festival walking. And it's a part of masquerade. It's a type of masquerade. From where I come from, we call it Izaga. Walking on tall sticks. It's something that has been happening very, very long time, even before the era of slavery. But it's trending here in the West. They use it to make money, festivals, even masquerades during Halloween and festivals like that here in the West. You see them doing it and even tying kids on the back. The issue of kids being on the back, there's a new jacket now that it's here, trending here now. Kids are putting the jacket and wrapper. I see it on Facebook, people share it, the form of new design and new style adding up to it. But it's all about tying kids on the back. This is an African thing, it's an African tradition, but nobody gives credit to the African woman or the African mother who started that. And the stilt walkers, it's a core African culture, nobody talks about it. And the masquerade, you remember, you and I, when colonizers and early missionaries came to Africa, they were discarding masquerade and saying, look, these things are evil, they are devils, stop doing this and this and that. They try to clean it away from the African cultural history, saying that this is pagan and it's evil. But it's happening here in the West. And during festivals, they use it to entertain their people. Even those who talk about God watch it. They say, oh, this is very so lovely, this and that. But these originated from Africa. And nobody gives credit to Africa. So why should we be keeping quiet? Things that we know they were part and parcel of how we grew up. We see it here in the diaspora and we can't even say God. The other time I was saying, look at this Izaga, because it's a very enjoyable masquerade in my place. You see someone walking on tall trees and stuff like that. It's now happening here and it's trending. Look at the tying of kids on women's back. It's now trending here in new fashion. What about masquerade? These are African traditions. It originated from Africa. We must make sure that we talk about these things. These things are very, very important to us. Africa is not only known as the Western media try to portray us as a place where all the bad things in the world. Many Europeans want to know about these things. They see these things, but they don't know that it came from Africa. They look at what the media says and listen to their radio, their media with all the lies about Africa, and they believe that we have friends. We have to tell our friends, these things because they don't know, and we must inform them, get them properly informed. The world is now a globalized village. We share around things happening in other parts of the world, and they are inquisitive too to know. So let us tell our story. Hence, our condensed message. Unless the hunted gives his account, the story of the hunt will always favor the hunter. Tell your friends about UKA'S beef. Keep up with me on UKA'S beef and trending issues, particularly how it affects Africans. Check us out on africaworldnewspaper.com and africaworldtv.org. I still remain Okachugu Okuri, and Oka for short. Thank you very much. Thanks for listening.